So, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to go into the reality of what it's like to have made over $1 million every single year since the age of 21. 25 years old now, and I want to really go into what has it been like? How was my life before? How was it now? A lot of things that I've learned along the way, and yeah, a lot of it might surprise you. A lot of it, you might be like, all right, that's kind of what I expected. But yeah, currently in this $10 million beautiful home. And this is one of the perks of making a lot of money, is that a lot of things in life that a lot of people stress over are technically free. So for example, I do not know what the petrol price or the gas prices are. Genuinely, honestly, I've never looked at the price. It's gone in, filled up, boom. When I'm at the grocery store, I don't look at the price of anything, honestly. I just throw in whatever I want. And same goes when I want to stay in a nice place. Majority of the place that I want to stay in, I don't really have to look at the price tag unless I'm staying in a mansion overlooking, the Beverly Hills, where it's like $8,000 a night. But even that, I could also do that at the same time. So a lot of the things where people stress about and are just able to get by, when you're making a significant amount of money, a lot of this stuff, as I said, it's technically free. Shopping as well, being able to walk into any store and grab whatever item that I want, and I don't have to look at the price tag as well. So I believe the true freedom in life comes when you get to that level where rent, bills, groceries, gas prices, the basic necessities are no longer a thought process. You just tap the card, you just transfer the money. It doesn't matter to you. Now, growing up, I didn't have a lot of money, honestly. My parents came from, Afghanistan, Pakistan, all the way to Australia to create a better life for myself and my siblings. So it's not like I was handed anything, I was given anything. And to be honest, a friend of mine asked me, Ramin, what makes your mindset different? Did you have rich parents? Did you have a rich uncle? Whatever it may be. And genuinely, honestly, the reason I believe I got myself to where I am is because I questioned absolutely everything. I questioned the education system. I questioned a lot of things that people were saying. So for example, a lot of people in my neighborhood were complaining about their life, were living paycheck to paycheck, were, honestly doing one vacation per year, and they hated their boss. They were stuck in traffic 2 hours a day, 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour when they come back. For me, I was like, why does life have to be like that? Because a lot of people were like, oh, you don't want to grow up, it only gets worse. But I was like, surely life cannot be like this. Surely there's a better reality out there, because, in this neighborhood where I'm staying in right now, this is a $10 million house. There's beautiful homes around here. There's a yacht club down there with multi-million dollar worth of yachts. There's incredible things out there. And honestly, when I'd see this life, I'd be like, man, there's people that are living a great life. There are people that are traveling. There are people that are having fun. There are people that enjoy their careers. There are people that are actually living a great life. So I was like, what is my neighborhood doing that's causing them to go down this negative route, this route that doesn't make sense? And that's when I was like, all right, I have to start questioning things. I have to look at different things. And whilst everyone in my neighborhood was going this way, I was like, all right, I have to go that way, because clearly they're doing something wrong. If they're going this way and they're going to school, they're getting good grades, they're going to university, they're getting a great job, technically, whatever that means, but they're living this life where they're stuck in this rat race, they're stuck in this cycle, I was like, I don't want to be a part of that. So that's when it led me to go this other route. This other route was quite difficult, honestly, in the sense of everyone is working against you. So when I didn't do well in school, because the thing why I didn't do well in school is because I just didn't like what we were learning. I just knew that this stuff was nonsense, this stuff was bullshit, that this stuff was not going to get me to drive a Lamborghini one day, to be in this $10 million crib, to live the life that I currently live. I knew that it was not possible. So when I wouldn't do well in school, what would happen is my teacher would call me a failure. My teacher would tell me that I wasn't going to amount to anything. And it's quite ironic, because my teacher never liked her life herself. She would be complaining about her job. She would come in with this negative attitude. So I was like, who are you to tell me that I'm going to become a failure because of this work that you are teaching us? It just didn't make sense. So I completely flunked high school. And then I had to go to college because my parents sacrificed a lot for us to come to this country. So I was like, all right, I have to enroll myself, but I have to look at this other route. So that's when I started studying online businesses. And for me, genuinely, honestly, I thought like to become successful with an online business, you needed hundreds of thousands of dollars. You needed a location, you needed staff, you needed to be 35, 40 years old because that's how old CEOs are. But I came across these business models that didn't require any money, didn't require any staff, and you could start with less than $100. And that's the birth of dropshipping, the birth of agency model, the birth of theme pages. And for me, honestly, I decided to do it all. I started an agency, I started dropshipping, I started an e-commerce brand, I started Instagram theme pages, and I was doing absolutely everything. Because at the age of 18, I had nothing to lose, but everything to gain. You know, I could take sacrifices, I could take risks, I could try everything, I could see what works, what doesn't. And for me, there was no risk in doing the stuff that I was doing because worst comes, I go back and I do what everyone else is doing anyways, which is getting a job, which is getting a degree. So that's not that bad if that is my worst case scenario. So I decided to go all in, and through all these business models, I decided to get a lot of skills, such as with an agency, I learned how to close people. I learned how to fulfill services. I learned how to talk to clients. I learned how to retain them. I learned how to do cold calling. I learned how to hire people to complete work for me. With dropshipping, I learned marketing. I learned human psychology. I learned emotions, why people buy, why don't they buy, how to scale up advertising, how to scale up marketing, how organic works. With Instagram theme pages, I learned how social media really works, how to go viral, how to create content that people are going to like, comment, share, save, how to get people to follow you. So at the time, I didn't understand any of this, by the way, that I was gaining all these skills. But subconsciously, silently, I was gaining all these skills. And from there, that led me on at the age of 20 years old, where I made my first 6 figures. And then at 21, I made my first million. And then 22, I hit my first $300,000 a month. And then 23, another million, 24, and then 25 now, where I've done over $10 million. I run software companies. I have amassed over 400,000 followers online. And you know, I lived the life that I live. But along that journey from 18 to 20, because I want to get to that part, because a lot of people are probably at this start where they're trying to make money, where they're trying to figure it all out. And that 18 to 20 was the toughest period of my life. And I'll tell you why. First, everyone was against me. No one believed in me. No one understood what it was that I was trying to do. And by the way, to become successful, it's already difficult enough. Now, to have the stresses of your parents, your friends, the people that you thought were going to support you are telling you that it's not going to work, that maybe this route that you're taking is the wrong route, that also hits very, very hard. That also hurts at the same time. So I was getting dragged down in both ways, because when you're trying to build a life for yourself, when you're trying to make millions and millions of dollars, it's not easy. It's very fucking difficult. You go sleepless nights, you're going through a lot of stresses, you're wondering whether it'll work or not. And by the way, everything that I went through quickly, I would go through that a billion times over and over again to get myself to where I am today. Like, I'm not sitting here and complaining about all the stuff that I had to go through. I'm just telling you what I had to go through. But I fucking love every second of everything that I went through because of the life that I'm able to live now. So as I was in my bedroom, as it was dark, as I'm alone, as I'm going through all this stuff, I understood that if I stuck through this, if I kept going at it, that one day I was going to live a life that people will not be able to comprehend. One day all the reward was going to pay off. Because why? I'm not the first person to make over $1 million. I'm not the first person to have bought a Lamborghini. I'm not the first person to have stayed in this $10 million house. There are tens of thousands of people that have done this before me. So there's no reason why I can't be one of them, because there's nothing special about people that make a lot of money. The only thing within them is their hunger levels is very, very high. Their desire to succeed is very, very high. Their ability to keep getting up after getting knocked down is incredible. And that's all the traits that you need to have. You need to be willing to give it whatever it takes. You know, one of my good friends makes millions of dollars per month, and his tagline is whatever it takes. Because in order to become successful, you have to be willing to do whatever the fuck that it takes. If you're willing to half-ass it, if you kind of want it, you'll never make it. You have to be willing to go out there and give it your absolute all. And you have to be delusional as well. You have to be very, very delusional, because you have to be willing to think so big that everyone else around you calls you crazy. That's when you know you're doing something right, when people call you delusional, when they call you crazy, because you're thinking so big. But in reality, are you thinking big, like if you genuinely think about it, or you're just trying to strive for the greatest life possible? Because you're crazy until you make it work, and then everyone decides to ask you how you did it. So yeah, I mean, what do they call? Do they call Jeff Bezos delusional, Elon Musk crazy? Like, did they? They probably did, right? But now they've achieved it, and now everyone calls them a genius. Now what they do is considered normal. Now if Elon Musk launches another billion-dollar company, everyone's like, oh, it's Elon Musk. But you need to instill that belief in yourself. You need to instill that delusion in yourself. And then once you make it, no longer are people surprised by all the other stuff that you do. So if I launch another $1 million business, or if I do something crazy in my life, no one looks at me and be like, oh, well, you know, that was surprising. No, they expect it because of the track record. So at the start, you need to be delusional. You need to instill this belief in yourself that you will one day become successful. You will one day achieve everything that you ever want. Because at the start, it's very difficult. I remember when I was 17, 18 years old, I was meditating, and I was visualizing Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, making over $1 million a year. And at the time, I had maybe $70 in my bank account. And I had to create this delusion in my head, this belief, even though there was nothing to back it up, but I had to like embody the person that I wanted to become. Yeah, honestly, that was needed in order for me to get myself to where I am. And, you know, once you make it, life becomes so much more fun. Like the restaurants, the partying, the travels, everything becomes so much more fun. Like a lot of people were like, Ramin, where are you? Why are you not at this party? Why are you not coming out and eating with us? Why are you not doing this? Because I was like, frankly, I don't have any fucking money. Second, it's not even fun when you don't have money. If I'm able to lock myself away for 1, 2, 3 years and then live the life that I'm living, why not? And now like I eat at the nicest restaurants. I order as much food as I possibly want. I travel around the world. I party in every city possible. I have fun. I have incredible, successful friends that I travel with where we have even more fun. I'm building great businesses. I'm meeting cool people, and I'm just having more fucking fun. And life is honestly great. And sure, amongst all the great stuff and, you know, living this incredible life, I also do go through quite a lot. And, you know, when I realized when I was broke, I had problems. When I became rich, I had problems. Your problems and worries and stresses, they don't really go away. Like you just become better at handling them. And when you have money, you can kind of like, you know, use your money to kind of also like solve a lot of these problems at the same time. So, you know, for example, like the worries and stresses are different. So a broke person, their worries are the basic necessities. For the rich person, the worries are like upkeeping the house, scaling the businesses, handling employees, you know, a lot of different other problems. But when you have a lot of money, you still go through a lot of other problems in life, such as, you know, friends problem. Like you have to worry about who can you trust, who can you not trust. You go through relationship problems as well. You go through family problems. You can go through health problems. But the beauty of when you have a lot of money is you can solve kind of a lot of these problems one by one. You know, if your relationship with your family isn't great, boom, go on a trip. You know, maybe buy them something or do something. I don't know. If your health isn't in the best shape, hire the best personal trainer. You can buy the best food that you possibly can. Relationship problems, it doesn't matter. You're a high value man at the end of the day. Like you can go out there and get anyone that you honestly, genuinely want. So you can solve a lot of these problems, but you still have to go through them. So it still hurts. There's still these stuff that come around, but as I said, it's not like everything gets completely solved. And this leads to the biggest question: does money buy happiness? And the answer is absolutely fucking yes. Like I get to solve my problems being in a $10 million crib, making millions of dollars, and that's the level that I can solve my problems and I can take some time with them. I don't have to worry. Whereas a broke person, you know, if your car breaks down, you might not be able to get to work. If something happens to one of your family members and you don't have the money to fix it, those problems are a lot worse. So, you know, your goal and your aim should be to strive to make as much fucking money as possible. And then you get to a life where like people honestly can't even comprehend. And that's the life that I'm currently living right now. You guys can check out my Instagram, a lot of stuff that I've uploaded there. And, you know, I wake up every day and I'm grateful, I'm blessed, I'm happy. And for a certain period of time, I was numb to a lot of this stuff. But now, you know, reconnected back to my roots for a bit. Because when you make a lot of money, especially at the age that I was, like 21, 22, making millions of dollars, having hundreds of thousands of followers, you can go down a dark hole because there's no blueprint on someone that young making that much money and being that successful. successful. There's no like guide map or roadmap or blueprint. So I kind of had to really figure out a lot of stuff on my own. But now I'm 25. I'm building great companies. I'm in a very great position. I'm connected to God more than ever before. I'm grateful. I wake up and I'm blessed. There's not much that honestly in life that I could be sad about, because of the fact that I have a roof over the top of my head, that I have food on the table, that I have great people around me, that I'm building great businesses, and I'm becoming the best version of myself every single day. Every single day I'm striving and I'm pushing myself to do the absolute best that I can. And as long as you're doing that, then there's not really any way that you can possibly lose in life. Like if you're waking up every single day and you're genuinely giving it your best possible shot to become successful, you're genuinely striving and doing the best that you possibly can, there is no way on this planet that you ever lose. And then you end up winning so big that all the losses, everything that you went through, end up making up for it. So yeah, my take on it honestly as well, like after having done everything, is it's not that difficult to become successful and make millions of dollars. You have to go through a lot, but you have to go through a lot in everything in life, right? And you get to decide, like, the quote goes out there, like, being rich is hard, being broke is hard. You get to decide which pathway that you want to take. So yeah, nonetheless, if I could, tell you guys one thing, go out there, strive to make as much money as possible, not only for yourself, but for the people around you. I believe as a man, your duty, your responsibility is to go to war every single day and make the life of everyone around you as easy as possible. You have to take the stresses, the challenges, the sleepless nights, the worries, all for the people around you to live a better life. So yeah, strive to make as much money as possible. Strive to become the best version of yourself. You guys can honestly do it. It's not as difficult as you probably think it out to be. And yeah, there's never been an easier or better time in history to go out there and make something out of what we have, these laptops, these phones. Anyone, any age, no matter your experience, no matter your skills, no matter where you're at, you can go out there and build an incredible life for yourself. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's the real reality of making millions. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.